Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel and a new video on BallySpring. So, last episode we got our linseed and canola harvested. We're just waiting for the field beans to be ready, but they won't be ready until August or possibly even September by the looks of it. So we can't do any more harvesting today. But I did mention buying the dairy possibly so we can process our milk into different products, which will increase its value. So to do that, we've only got 3,000 in the bank, so I'll have to either sell some of our silage bales or possibly do another silage contract. So I'm thinking possibly do that, another contract. Field 166 is a silage contract. So if I accept that, baling contract, it's this field here, not too far away, just up the road past our new field. That's the one we bought last episode. And then this is the one we're going to be mowing. So that's the plan for at least the start of today. I know we've done quite a few baling contracts recently, but they are very, very profitable. And the only way we're going to be able to afford to buy our dairy is if we make some more money pretty quickly. I'm a bit reluctant. I could sell some of our bales. If I have to, I will. But I would rather, for a start at least, do contracts, because then we're selling somebody else's bales and we've still got our own in supply. I know it looks like quite a lot still, but the cows certainly get through it. So I've got to be a bit careful on not getting rid of too many bales. So yeah, like I say, I will sell some if I have to, but let's see what we make off this contract first of all. We might even make enough. We only need 70,000 to be able to buy the dairy, so we might get there with that. I'm pretty sure last baling contract we did make about 70,000, so if we only need to sell 1 or 2 bales of our own, that's good. If most of it comes out of the contract, then we're not really losing anything. So I'll just head down to this field. You can see here the combine. I've been using it in that field there. I'm just waiting to use it again in the next one, which will be this field on the right here, which is, I believe, field beans. I didn't drill it, so I'm not 100% sure. I think it is. So the field now on the right, that's the one we baled and on the contract last time. That was the most recent silage contract we did, and then the next one we're doing is the next one down, so 166, this one here. So this is the gateway access. That's not too bad, should be able to get through there alright. Yep. So we'll get the mowers unfolded and we'll start mowing this field. So as you just saw there, I've got the mowing all done, and I've attached to the rake, and I've also got the JCB on the baler. And what I'm going to try and do actually is, to try and save a bit of time, is bale behind the rake directly with the helper, with the following me mod on it. So what I'm going to do is turn the baler on, so it's auto drop. That should be baling, yeah, and then get it to follow the tractor in front on a helper using the follow me mod, and switch the rake on, start driving, that should follow directly behind the rake. Hopefully bale that grass up. If it works, it should do. I'm pretty sure I used to do it like this quite a while ago now. I forgot you could do it really. Yeah, and then it should stop on its own when it gets full. The only thing you've got to watch is not to drive too quickly. That's one thing I found last time I did this. Because the rake is obviously a lot quicker than the baler because it has to keep stopping, whereas the rake can just continue. So as long as I don't drive too quickly with the rake, it will be fine. If you get too far in front, the helper gets confused and just stops, which is kind of annoying, but that's what happens if you get too far ahead. So I'm just going to make sure I keep an eye on it and don't let it get too far behind, and then it'll keep following me and get it all baled. So although yeah, I'll be going a bit slower, but overall it should take a lot less time because there's basically two of us working in the same field. So that's the theory behind that, and hopefully it should work. But yeah, like I say, just can't go too quickly. I'll probably set the speed control to probably about what would it be? Probably 6 miles an hour. I'll just keep you going at a nice steady speed and allow the baler to keep up with me more or less. If I start to get in front of it, or like if I start to lap it going around the field, then I'll slow down even more, but I'm hoping 6 miles an hour might be alright, although we're doing 7 down the hill. We'll see. I might just slow it down a little bit more. Wrong way. I think around about 6 should be fine, but we'll see. Of course the baler's probably going to struggle on the hill a lot more than what I am as well, so I just got to keep my eye on it. Anyway, this is going to be a bit slow, so I'll do this on time lapse and come back to you when it's done. There we go, that's done, and that actually worked really well. Very pleased with that. Obviously I had to go a bit slower than normal, but I think that pays off because now the entire field is raked and baled in pretty much one pass really, it feels like it anyway. And the helper's still following me, so I'm hoping, possibly, it'll get out the gateway and follow me all the way back to the yard without me having to change it. We'll just go very slowly here just to make sure it gets out. It might not. This is the hardest part for it, I suppose, going through the gateways, but with a bit of luck it will. Oh, I've done it. Wow. Very impressed. Yeah, so this Follow Me mod, it's a very useful mod to have. If you're on PC, I don't know whether you can get it on console, but certainly on PC. It charges you just like a worker. That's why the wage payment's coming out. It works just the same way as the normal helper, but it just follows you around basically. It's very good for transport jobs, where it follows you back to the yard or wherever you're going, and obviously for baling and stuff, where you want the tractor to follow directly behind you. Where you go this way, it's a bit easier for it just to follow me up the field. Yeah, it's a really good mod that. It makes a lot easier job of doing baling contracts. He's getting a bit far behind now. Still following, but when it gets too far back it does stop. So you just got to be careful really, but it's not an issue if it stops because I know my way back to the yard it won't take me too long to go and get it. Anyway, we'll put the rake away, we won't need that again, and the next job will be to move the bales. You probably noticed that they pretty much all rolled into the hedge at the bottom, so Although that's kind of annoying, at least they're all in the same place now, so I won't have fast to travel around the field, collecting them all out, they're all in the same place, which is good. So we'll just leave that there and turn it off, and then we just jump over to this one. I can stop the helper now and put the baler away. Ah, I know why it was going slow. I didn't turn it off. The baler was still running. Not to worry though, because it wasn't too far to go. So we've got 28% left in the baler, but it's not an issue. It's going to be used in the next field that we do. And then we'll be able to sell these bales, because of course, because it's a contract, they've already turned to silage, so they can get themselves straight away. So yeah, just park this up in here, and then we'll jump into the telehandler. Well, actually, the telehandler can follow me down to the field. I'll go in the flatbed. I'll just park this in a position to leave, and then once again we'll use the follow me mod, and it can follow me down to the field. So just leave that there. In the telehandler. I suppose we'll use the bale grab again. So what we have to do is line up behind the lorry and then press the Control F to start it. Except it doesn't know which one to follow. That's the only issue, you've just got to make sure it follows the right vehicle. Which it's not done. Somehow it's managed to pick up the Deutz tractor. Change it, there we go. So now it should follow the MAN. There we go. Should work, yeah. Doesn't always work perfectly, but usually it's a pretty good mod to have. I think I'll go this way again, it's just a bit easier for it. Less things to crash into. There we go. Yep, so we'll head back to the field and we will continue loading the bales up. I'm pretty sure that's all the bales. Hard to spot them sometimes when they're in the hedges, but I think we've got them all there. So we'll take these and get them sold. Hopefully I haven't missed any. Most of them have rolled all the way down to the bottom here, but there was a few still at the top. I'm pretty sure I've got them all. Anyway, we'll head off now to the sell point and see how much we can get for these. I'm not sure if we'll get to 70,000 or not. We might be pushing it a bit, in which case we'd probably have to sell some of our own bales, but I hope not too many of them. And then we'll be able to buy the dairy. And I think it's well worth buying, because we should make a lot more money out of the products from the dairy rather than just selling the milk as it is. I was certainly getting lots of milk, so yeah. I did see a comment actually fairly recently that said that we probably would make more money if we just sold the silage and not bothered with the cows at all, which might be right. I haven't worked it out. It'd be a lot less work just to sell silage bales rather than me to worry about the cows, but yeah, I was more interested in the series and I quite like doing the cows. I think once we start making some dairy products as well, we should start to make more of the dairy, off the milk, rather than just selling the silage as it is. But we'll see. I think it should do. Anyway, the sell point we're going to is not the sell everything this time, it's actually the one further down, not far away. You can see it on the mini-map on the bottom left hand side of the screen, where the exclamation mark is. That's where we're going. So it's just up here really, where those sheds are. A good place to meet on a bend, usually the case. Right, yeah, here we are. I think we're in this one here. And then I assume it's on the weighbridge. I'm not sure. Well, not the weighbridge. It's a trigger thing, isn't it? But yes, they're selling. There we go. So yes, actually it's the worst month, I think, or one of the worst months to sell silage, so that was quite a bit lower than last time. But we still have the contract returning. So that's another 6,000 for that, which brings us to a total of 44,900. That's unfortunately not enough to buy the dairy this time, but if we get some more bales of our own loaded up and sold today, we should be able to still buy it today. So let's do that. We'll head back to the yard now. I'll get the telehandler to follow me back, and then we'll get a few of our own bales loaded and sell them. It's a bit annoying that I've managed to decide to do this on pretty much the worst day for prices on silage. It's about as low as it could be. As usual, it seems to be the case when you want to sell something, it's always at its worst price. I suppose I could sell the milk instead, but then we won't have anything to put into the dairy. So that probably isn't a good idea. Milk price is better than the silage price at the moment, so I'm not sure. I would really want to buy the dairy today, so it's just a case of whether we sacrifice some of the money on the silage, sell that, or do we sell the milk and then not have anything to put into the dairy. What a choice. Just gone past the telehandler, so I'll just stop here and we'll jump across to the telehandler, get that to follow me back, and then we'll load up some of the silage bales in the yard. I think that's going to be the best thing, because we can always make more, and that will mean we've got enough milk to actually take it to the dairy. Follow me back now. Did it actually hang on? I don't think it triggered. You've got to leave it a minute to trigger. That's what I think. Should be following me now. Yeah, it is. Okay, so yeah, we'll go back to the yard now and get some more bales loaded up. So we've got quite a few loaded on there, to make sure they're all strapped. Did lose one lot, but I put them in the mixer just to get rid of them, rather than picking them all up again. So that's 132,000 litres. I think that should be enough to get us to 70,000 quite easily. I didn't want to not put enough on, just in case we didn't, if we got to 69,000 or something, that would be very annoying, because it means having to come back and get another bale. So I'd rather just sell a bit too many than not enough. This is quite a good load on here, so I think we should easily get to 70,000. The best sell price for silage at the moment is at the Sell Everything sell point. So we should get a bit more anyway than what we did at the place we went to with the contract. That was just because we had to go there with the contract, whereas now I can choose the best price. So we'll head down to the Sell Everything, get these sold, and then hopefully get the dairy bought. That'll be a good way to end the video today, I think. So just arrived at the Sell Everything sell point, so we'll get these sold now, and then we'll find out how much we get for these. And then, hopefully, if all goes to plan, we'll be able to buy the dairy now. There we go. Oh wow, yeah, far too many. I probably should have saved some actually, but never mind, we've got more than enough now. It's always good to have more in the bank than you need. So we've got 131,000 and we only need 70,000 of that, so yeah, probably should have sold all of that, but until you actually get there, you don't really know how much you're going to get for them exactly, unless you want to work it out exactly, but I can't be bothered to do that. I just wanted to roughly guess how many I'd need to sell. But yeah, probably that last load I put on, we didn't need to. Okay, so here we are at the dairy. So where do we purchase it? Try and back with it. There we go. So do you want to buy the dairy for 70,000? Yes. There we go. So we've still got 61,000 in the bank. A little bit too many bales sold there, never mind. Right. So the next job will be to bring some milk down here, but that will probably be in the next episode now. I think that will be a good way to start the next video, I think, selling the milk, or not selling it, taking it to the dairy to process it into cheese or something else, butter, whatever we want to do. But that's a good way to start the next episode. So for now, I'll just drive back to the yard and we'll finish off when I get back to the yard. Okay, just pulling back into the yard now. We'll just park that up here and leave the video there, I think. So really hope you've enjoyed today's episode. It's been quite productive actually. Made quite a bit of money, more than we needed to, but at least we've got the money available now, which is good. It's always a good thing. Yeah, so yeah, I'll see you in the next one.